Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Quest. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So I found the missing quests in Stirland. They weren't from a place that I haven't visited. They were back at the original town, and I kind of remembered... So initially I thought it was a tutorial, so I was like, do I have to replay them or something? So I replayed the first part, and then got to the end like, wait a minute, that ending doesn't seem familiar. So I had to finish it off and then reset it so we can actually go through it for the video. So the Miserable Minstrel, and I'm hoping resetting here, only reset here and not all the quests everywhere. That would be really frustrating. We'll find out when we get on the map. Alright, as the adventurers approach Siegfried Hof, they spy a lonesome figure sat upon a 2-league waystone to the town. Your party is wisely cautious. The man sees you coming but doesn't seem to care. Closer inspection reveals him to be wearing the garb of a minstrel. I suppose you're going to rob me, he says with a dour expression on his face. Not having much use for beaten up instruments or his rags, you ignore the minstrel and move on towards Siegfried Hall. No thieves then, he shouts after you. But I bet you like riches all the same. Did he say riches? Your party pauses. Ah, that's got your attention. He jumps off the waystone and smiles for the first time. I know where there's a hoard, you see. A pile of gold and jewels stolen by bandits. Same bandits stole my loot. Not this old thing, but an instrument of pure beauty, encased in silver and inscribed in a most wondrous fashion. So, I'll guide you to the dungeon. You clear out all the creatures and keep the treasure, but the loot is mine. Meet me outside Siegfried Hof when you're ready. So we'll find out in a second when we go out. So other things, I did level up my last character to level 6. That was our Witch Hunter. So everyone is at least level 6. We need 10,000 to level people up. And I already have 2 people waiting to level at this point. So we need 20 grand, which is not going to come easy. So let's take a look and see if everything went wonky. So this is what we saw before playing initially. Quests are, I really hope it didn't reset everything. Quests are adventures bread and butter. Completing white ones will open new sections of the world map. Quests belonging to the settlement you're in are covered with red. Miserable Minstrel you just bumped into town can be found in the red dungeon of the west. These are tough, but yield better rewards. Good luck. Okay, so it's good. Yeah, good. And we can still travel and everything. All right, fine. Yeah, so just reset the town. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. That's a little bit of a load off my mind. Okay, so apparently I think, so this because it was a recommended level 1 and we were like level 0 to start with, I think I just went off and did side quests and then just moved on and did level 1 here and kind of went on and just forgot about this one, I think is what happened. But, yeah, Miserable Minstrel. So we didn't miss any towns up here or anything like that. I'm just going to take my weakest characters, the people who have the lowest XP, regardless of whether it makes sense or not. I guess we should take out my Grey Wizard. It's not a great force. I mean, you're a little bit... Just do this, I think, is fine. Is that my lowest? Yeah, so that looks like that's where we're at. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. A few hours later, you find yourself amid some ruins. The forest had long since taken over. The trees ominously tower over the decaying walls, and vicious-looking ivy has covered the rest. The minstrel, now much happier, points to a sunken cave entrance in the center of the ruins. Off you go, then. It's down there. Don't worry about the bandits. They've been scared off by whatever lurks in there. Nothing that will bother brave warriors such as yourselves. Remember, the gold is yours, but the instrument is mine. Alright, so we don't have a great frontliner, but we can frontline with these two, so that's what we'll kind of do. So, who do we want to lead with? I mean, you're slower, so we'll... Actually, he's pretty quick. He got extra movement when I leveled him, so we'll see. No one dead in this, and he is just totally geared up to fight undead, but we're mostly going to fight weak stuff. Snotlings! Look at all the Snotlings. Let's just go into the big group of them. I did get a new ability I could use. How much does it cost? Circle of Confession. It's cost me 7 willpower. It does damage all around him in a circle, but we don't really need it for this. Let's just stab away and see what happens. We miss. That's what happens. We miss again. There we go. Deathblow follow-up misses. I do have a couple pistol shots I can take. That's what we wanted earlier. Alright, we still have the pistols. I do want to spread out some damage, especially for our Archmage. He is very weak. Very low health. I think he's probably my least favorite character, honestly. I could use some better gear on some people as well. We're on defensive magic. Part of what I don't like is that we can't choose whether he's offensive or defensive. It just kind of goes back and forth without much rhyme or reason. Let's come down here. We'll do a quick stabbing, and we can shoot arrows at the other snotlings, I suppose. Or do I need more XP on my Grey Wizard? I feel like the Wizard goes up very quickly. Yeah, I mean, we could zap him in the corner if we can see him. Yeah, just do that. Some elven boots. I don't think we really need to throw that on anybody. We can just sell. At this point, I'm kind of looking at, like, sell everything I possibly can. So one thing I would really like to find is a better staff for my wizard. We're still running this basic level 1 Grey Wizard staff. Just gives me +1 health. Overall, as far as our guys go, we do have some decent items. We've got massive healing. We've actually got pretty good weapons on some of these guys that don't necessarily make sense because of who they are. I am running with the Masterwork Silver Dagger here. I would love to get a better pistol on my Witch Hunter, just haven't found one. I'm running undead bullets because it's all I've got at the moment. A couple stakes. I did a little side mission not too long ago fighting undead, and holy crap, Vampire Lord came up out of nowhere and nearly wiped out my entire squad. The stake kind of saved me. Not only did a bunch of damage, but stunned the Vampire Lord. He was attacking, I think, 5 times a turn, getting health back every time he hit somebody. It was crazy strong. Just go in there. Got these super fast guys out front. I can teleport to kind of catch up with my Grey Wizard a little bit. We're on offensive magic, but of course there's no enemies. We're not going to get a lot of XP at this point anyway, because most of the enemies, this is like a level 1 quest. So we're not going to get much from what we kill. We'll teleport down there. We'll just kind of rush it. Nothing here is going to be that threatening, honestly. 6 Night Goblins. Early on, that's kind of rough, but at this point, not a big deal. I'm just going to go right into the Swarm of You. If we can get my Archmage to get some kills. We're on defensive magic, though, but I can try to hit some people, so we'll try to make some swings here with him and see what happens. See if I can get a Deathblow chain. Get a couple. Alright, that's something. We're on defensive magic, we'll take it, even though it's not going to matter. Witch Hunter, I think, is the next lowest. So we'll just go on a little stabbing spree, hopefully. He wasn't even looking at you. Alright, that's better. We still have a pistol shot. I can also just shoot with my bow. So we'll do that. Do we want to get my Grey Wizard? He can't even reach. We could teleport. We'll give him a shot to get a kill too. Just trying to spread it out a little bit. Teleport behind you and stab. Alright, found some old coins. Nope, getting ambushed by more Night Goblins. Reaction strike gets us a kill. Kind of not used to seeing these guys do this much, like, instant slaughter of enemies because of the stuff we're fighting at this point is much tougher. I can move around, but let's just stay put and see if we can get a couple swings here. The death blow, maybe? Hey, look at that. Good job. Let's have my Grey Wizard go on a slashing spree as well. Yeah, these enemies that were, moderately tough early on are just nothing at this point. Little gem. I mean, mean, I can't even move on to the next one, but we'll wait till everyone can actually get into the next one. Okay. Not the end. Alright, no ambush this time. We'll hold up, I think, before we get to the next one, just so we can get everybody together. But yeah, it is kind of funny coming back at this level and doing a level 1 mission where we're just absolutely bodying everything instantly. 3 night goblins with bows, 3 night goblins. We could get a bunch of kills with my mage here if we want to. I might want to do that. Not teleport. Shadow Bolt. Okay, that was a little bit noisy. Yeah, just wiping out an entire group like it's nothing. Barely even slowing us down. Need to keep an eye on whether I've got offensive magic at the start of a turn, try to get a bunch of kills with our Archmage. That's what I probably should be doing. Even though these guys aren't worth much, it's still something. Gigantic Spider, 4 Night Goblins. Hey! I do like this, that there is actually a loot there, which is kind of cool. Are we on offensive magic? We are on offensive magic. Look at that. Let's get you in here where we can actually see. I think we go Arcane Unforgiving. I think this one... Yeah, everybody gets shot. We try to hit everybody anyway. Okay, we got 3 goblins, did some damage to the spider, I think, yeah. Star Lance. I don't think it's quite gonna kill you. Yeah, I'll just burn some reserve and take him out. Okay, so that gets us some extra kills for him. Then the Grey Wizard. I don't remember who's the lowest after that, but we'll just blow you up. Got a Hell Heart. Not that I need one. On killing the mighty foe, you notice in the corner a large collection of worthless shiny trinkets and items. Your party search through the piles of junk and discover a beautiful silver loot. This must be what the minstrel was after. You pick it up and look to exit the dungeon. But it's not over yet. How did we do? Alright, we actually got most of our XP to him. That's pretty good. So who's lowest? Yeah, so our Witch Hunter and our Archmage are the 2 that we kind of want to focus on. As promised, and perhaps surprisingly, given your unusual guide, there is indeed a hoard of gold. And in one chest you find a silver loot that has the unmistakable whiff of enchantments about it. With the treasure collected, you make your way back to the surface and find the minstrel balanced on top of a dilapidated wall. He looks down on you with a delighted smile as you emerge into the evening gloom. Victorious, I see. I knew you would be. Now, have you the loot? Give it here and I'll play us a merry ditty all the way to Siegfriedhof. Do you hand over the silver loot to the minstrel? Suspecting nothing, I'll do what I did the first time. Yeah, sure. The minstrel graciously accepts the instrument. After all, you did have a deal. He jumps down from the wall and begins to play the lute, and something strange happens. All members of your party immediately start to unload the treasure and place it in a pile before the minstrel. From the undergrowth, a motley group of ruffians appear to sneer and observe your party's strange behavior. You see, boys, once you play the lute of compelling, well, the music is so very mesmerizing, says the minstrel, addressing the menacing crowd. He turns back to the adventurers. May I introduce the bandits whom I spoke of earlier? Did I not mention that I lead this merry band? He smirks, all the while dancing around your party's ensorcelled forms. Thank you for giving us the treasure. Now, if you just bear with me while I change tune and compel you to be very still while my companions slit your throats. The music stops, if only for a split second, but it's enough for one of your group to let fly a dagger that slices the strings of the infernal lute. The minstrel is outraged and orders your immediate execution. The first 5 thugs that come near are struck down by your adventurers in a bloody swath, but there are many more bandits and your party won't get them all before being overcome. Regrettably, retreat is the only answer, for now at least. You'll get this god's damned minstrel another day. That's part 1. Back to Siegfried Hoff. The Grey Minstrel's Revenge. Your warriors dally on their return to Siegfried Hoff, spending more than a few nights out in the open. When they arrive back in town, they notice that Siegfried Hoff is busy. A nervous energy permeates the residents, and crowds are drawn toward the main square. Your party follows the human current, curious as anyone, to see what is happening. In the center of the square, upon a raised stage, a long but sturdy wooden pole extends upward with a length of rope attached to the end. Dangling on the rope, tied to it by his ankles, a familiar figure sways like a human pendulum. As he flails about, the watching masses caterwaul and pelt him with rotten vegetables. Some even strike out with improvised cudgels should he swing into range. The adventurers recognize the hapless victim as none other than the Bandit King himself, the Grey Minstrel. He must have been caught whilst your party was dawdling on the return trip. The warriors push their way forward, keen to find out what's come about, and even gloat if they get a chance. Despite the swinging motions and upside-down perspective, the Grey Minstrel spots your party as they draw near. "Greetings," says the Grey Minstrel, smiling in spite of his predicament. "I promised revenge, and I now have you right where I want you," he says, while swinging overhead, barely missing a large marrow thrown from the crowd. "Don't worry about this, it's all part of the plan. I have his daughter, you see," he points with a flailing hand. Your party turns to see the Burgermeister standing firm just beyond the rabble, with a grim visage and flanked by the town's watch. He's waiting for me to give up the location, but I'm only going to tell you lot. It's a trap, you see, one you're going to walk right into. He won't kill me while his daughter's alive, and if she dies, well, he'll kill all of us. I'd go find her if I were you. The Grey Minstrel breaks off as he's hit in the face by a large sodden cauliflower. With that, the town watch march forward and surround the adventurers. The annoying musician is right about one thing. I don't think they have a choice about this. On to the Grey Minstrel's Revenge. So, we're going to go ahead and finish that off. Just down to the south. It's odd it's not bandits, it's orcs and goblins. But I don't think the Warhammer Quest box came with like human enemies. It was like spiders and goblins and orcs and undead. There was no like bandits. We'll stick to the same group because I'm pretty sure they're still my lowest XP. Yeah, it looks like. So we'll do that. That's fine. Your adventurers have followed the Grey Minstrel's haphazard directions and have come upon a foreboding entrance into the depths. The armed escort of Siegfried Hoff guards halt here. They're clearly not keen to accompany your party in there. Look on the bright side. If you fail to save the girl, the Grey Minstrel will share your fate. But if you are successful, a rich and powerful Burgermeister will be in your debts. Alright. We'll have our witch hunter lead. 5 Snotlings. It's still a level 1 quest. The side quests do adjust to your level, but the main quests do stay whatever they're set at. Let's take a spot over here. Archmage, we want to get some kills with you. Let's see if I can get a few by slashing away at some Snotlings. And this, I think it's kind of funny, there's 4 Snotlings, but you do damage like they're one enemy, and they have such low health. I kind of feel like you kill one, and the rest actually just run away. on offensive? No, we're on defensive magic. Alright, just shoot him. Or not. Give it a try again. There we go. I really would love to get a better pistol. At this level, we're not going to get good stuff, though, for this kind of quest. Just because it's level 1, all the stuff's going to be, you know, low-level green gear, most likely. Keep trying to get most of the XP for these two as we progress through. Let's have you take the lead for once. I'm on defensive magic again, though. Alright, I was expecting an ambush there, actually. Alright, let's go to the next room. 5 more snotlings. What are we on? We are on offensive. Look at that. Okay. Let's rush you out. I can't see a lot of enemies here. Can't reach them to hit them. I think I can only hit these forward guys. No, looks like we at least have a chance. Yeah, let's go ahead and just try to blast everybody. Or not. We hit 1. Spent a ton of magic and we hit 1 snotling squad. That's awful. Alright. Shoot them. Well, 50% isn't awful. It's not great either. Can move after, but I can't reach them, but we can shoot them. And I'd prefer to get XP for other players who could use it more, but it's fine. Everything we find in here, we're just going to sell off. There's just nothing that useful. Let's teleport, I guess. Ambushed by 4 night goblins. Coming out of the walls. Reaction strike, okay, 3. I see 2. Where's the... Oh. Where's the last... Oh, he's right there. I just can't see. Alright. Can you take him? Just have to hit him. Nope, it's too much to ask. Alright. I'll come back and give you a hand. Try a pistol shot here. I do need money, so anything we can get is also nice. Yeah, we'll just kind of get ready to go to the next room. We can kind of fly through this pretty quick, I would think. We're up to Iron Resolve. Let's check the next room. 5 night goblins. Just gonna charge right into their midst. I could do my special area effect burn, but I feel like it's kind of overkill. We could probably do the same thing with just death blows. Just like that. We're on defensive magic. Yeah, I can't do anything with you. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll just try to gun him down with our witch hunter. Surprisingly, our gun hasn't jammed yet. Now it missed and jammed. Yeah, I don't have any movement bonuses or anything with my Archmage. Hard to get him into combat if we can't rely on him being in offensive magic standing. I mean, that's... I wasn't expecting to find a legendary item. Alright, it's a nice healing. Item. I'm not going to equip that with anybody here. We're not going to need it. Even if we get ambushed, it doesn't matter. Casting defensive spells doesn't give you any XP. Healing people gives you XP. Killing stuff gives you XP. Okay, there's two more. Bunch in the back. I'm going to go for the back, hoping we can actually land a hit, maybe get a death blow and take them out. Okay, worked out. I was about to say I was overly optimistic, but it did work. Oh, gun's still jammed, right. Yeah, let's head on back. I'm even going to teleport up. Didn't expect that, did you? Well, so much for that. Just going to get ready. Got everybody all over the place now, though. Run! Yeah, we can make up some distance with teleporting, so we're just gonna go. Hold up there. Yeah, we're on offensive, but nothing's going to show up, of course. We're out of position. We'll hold up before we do anything else. Try to get everybody back together. But might even take another turn. We are quick. I think I've got Elven Boots, which gives an extra movement on him. Yep. So he is quick, but not quick enough. Encounter! The room is home to a horrid stench, such as the fetid smell that some warriors can only involuntarily gag rather than remain in battle-ready posture. Holding breath. -1 weapon skill to Fenrir. Shannara. Yeah, just those two. That's not great. Decreases our chance to hit with close combat weapons. Don't have any magic. I'm just going to wait. Alright. We're on defensive, unfortunately. Grey Minstrel's Revenge. Suddenly, a large slab of masonry falls to the ground with a loud crash. The whole room shakes and the ceiling starts to crumble. The dungeon is collapsing. You haven't got long. Find the girl and get out. 1 boss, 3 night goblins. That's it. Okay, so the first time I played through this, it didn't do it this time, because the dungeon is different each time. It actually had a separate side area that I hadn't explored, so I was like, wait, do I have to check that too? No, just kill the guys and you're good. So if you get to this one and you are panicking if you play this game, just kill everybody, you're fine. Especially early on when you're kind of weak. I could see that being a major problem. Yeah, we're just on defensive. Let's try to take out some goblins with you. Oh, that's the boss. Go for the basic guy. I mean, we could wait. Whoever gets the killing blow is the one who gets the benefit. So we'll wait on that. So we do have that one attack. Can I do 10? Probably. Never mind. We're not going to even do 10. Can't hit. 2 guys left. We've got 2 bullets. That's one. Gun didn't jam. Nice. Slaughtered. Find a saber. I do like the sabers, but I don't need one at this point. Victorious. I think my witch hunter got by far the most XP there. Still wasn't a lot. 340 only for you. That's too bad. Tried to get more, just didn't quite work out. Couldn't land those hits when we needed to. Last of your party sprints into daylight just as a resounding crash and a large billowing cloud of black dust erupt from the dungeon entrance. Your party has escaped and saved the Burgermeister's daughter. This is just as well as he stands before you, flanked by the town watch once more. Alicia, he says, embracing the girl. He turns to your party. You shall be richly rewarded for this. I am in your debt. And don't worry about the accursed minstrel. He won't be troubling you or I again. He summons 2 guards forward who carry a heavy chest between them. They set the chest down before the adventurers and then withdraw. The girls look back at her saviors one last time and then is ushered away along with the Burgermeister and his entire retinue. Well done, heroes. 500 gold is not bad for a super quick quest. And we'll head back, and that finishes off Stirland. So now we can head down to Averland. Now I have visited Averheim, and when I went there, there was like, hey, there's a Adventurers Guild here. You got to give us $1,000 to join. I did. I'll get it back supposedly when I do a quest there. That's the only place I've been to. That was when I was doing some side stuff, so that wasn't in a main video. But yeah, we've got 13 quests down here, which is a lot. So it must be a bigger area than I think. Like there's names down here that must be included in Averland. But I'm glad it didn't reset all my other quests and stuff. Let me just check. If I look... Oh, we have to go back there first. I wonder... I'm kind of curious. I'll take a look if we travel to another city, if the quests are there. Let's sell our stuff first, though. So we don't need the Elven Boots. We don't need the Fine Hanax. We don't need the Hellheart. Or the Circlets. Or the Bow. Or the Saber. So we got a decent amount of cash there. Not a ton, but some. I don't think there's anything here we're really going to need. We've got a few of these already, so that's fine. Potion of Healing, I've got a few already. I'm kind of running out of green spots on our gear. Yeah, let's just head on out. Yeah, okay, so it is good. So the other towns, we do have everything still completed. So that's what I wanted to check. So I will travel down, and next time we'll either come back either in Streitzen or Averheim, most likely. I might do some side quests as I go, because even now all the side quests are to your level. So if we were to do like kill Niblob, it actually would be like a level 6 Slevin kind of quest line. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. So we got that last quest done in Stirland taken care of. The Pied Piper kind of character, the Gory Minstrel. Alright, this has been more of Warhammer Quest. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.